And the next thing I feel, my best friend biting me in the face.
Watching the show completely go into a downward spiral was pretty terrible.
This was American Gladiators, where modern-day warriors battled it out in a series of physical challenges.
Hard sport, hard game show, but all American.
American Gladiators.
Nothing was staged ever.
In every episode, regular folks would go up against the Gladiators, a group of superhuman athletes with names like Nitro, Laser, and Gemini.
You're never gonna defeat 220 pounds of twisted steel and appeal.
But behind the scenes, it was a dark world of twisted secrets.
Walked into their dressing room and saw that there were syringes and needles lying around.
The Gladiators trained rigorously, pushing their bodies to the limit to look their best. But just training wasn't enough to maintain the kind of physique the audience expected to see.
Little man got lucky, it won't happen again.
Dan Clark, stage name Nitro, explained how the show let its stars get away with using steroids.
And they just said to us, hey, we're gonna test you guys. And I thought they're testing us that day. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna get busted.
Yeah.
But they said to us, hey, we're gonna test you in 6 weeks from now. And that just gave me the idea is that they gave us time to pass.
And as contenders swung from ropes and raced across platforms, serious injuries were common and frequent.
That was it. That was the end of him.
Malibu, one of the original gladiators, got brutally knocked out during the human cannonball event. Despite landing on his head, he shrugged it off as if nothing and continued performing.
After you got drilled by that human cannonball, I thought, hey, there is no way this guy is going to live to play another day. You're alive, you're well.
Next thing I knew, I was on the beach, getting healed by Mother Nature, taking a little brewski, holding on to beautiful babe, and I'm fine today.
At the time, I didn't know it. I had partially obliterated a vertebrae in my neck, which I didn't find out till years later.
The show's creators appeared to be more concerned with putting on a spectacle that would draw viewers and less with the safety of their stars. Malibu, whose real name is Deron McBee, suffered from concussions, broken ribs, and torn muscles.
Do you think they should have done more to protect you?
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, they didn't do anything to protect us.
As a result of his injuries, Deron became addicted to painkillers. Some gladiators felt that they were treated as disposable, especially due to the frequent changes to the cast every season.
Gladiators is not built upon one or two or all of them. You know, you could change the whole cast every year if you have to.
After leaving the show, some gladiators leveraged their fame to continue in the fitness industry or transitioned into acting or motivational speaking, but not all of them managed to move on. Shelley Beatty, known as Siren, was one of the more popular gladiators. She stood out not only for her strength, but also for being a prominent deaf athlete.
I understand you've taught members of the audience how to say, "Go American Gladiators" in sign language. How does that work?
Okay, go American Gladiators. I can do anything. The only thing I can't do is hear.
Sadly, after her time on the show ended, she descended into depression, and in 2016 she took her own life. Jim Starr, aka Laser, is the only gladiator who lasted for the entire duration of the show, and he has the scars to prove it.
In the 8 seasons, I had 8 surgeries, and then I've had 6 to 7 previous surgeries since the show ended, shoulder injuries, and torn rotator cuffs, and they keep re-tearing.
The original American Gladiators aired between 1989 and 1996. In 2008, a remake aimed to revitalize the classic 90s show with modern twists. However, the show struggled to maintain viewership and was cancelled after a short run. The original Gladiators continue to face their challenges head-on, just like they did in the arena.